The French Grand Prix delivered us with many exciting moments and changes in the championship as well. What will the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya bring us? It's time for the Tissot sprint here at the Catalan Grand Prix. Pole position for Aleix Espargaro. Pecco Bagnaia second on the grid. Raul Fernandez first front row start as well. What are we going to see here today? Hello everybody, welcome to the sprint race for this weekend's Catalan Grand Prix. The atmosphere is through the roof. Literally got no idea what is going to happen next. We've come into this weekend expecting to see Jorge Martin and Pecco Bagnaia fighting at the front of the championship. We've got Pecco Bagnaia there, but we've got Jorge Martin down in 7th position, crashing out once again in qualifying. Can he do a masterful sprint performance and climb back up there towards the front of the field? What exactly are we going to see going into turn number 1? Aleix Espargaro announced his retirement from MotoGP. He now leads the standings as well. He goes into turn 1, P1. Bagnaia wanting to have more points back in the championship hunt as well. What is he going to do? Reminder, Martin leads the standings on 129 points. Bagnaia 38 points back on 91. Marc Marquez is third on 89. He's level with Enea Bastianini as well. 81 points for Maverick Vinales rounds out the top 5. We've got about 5 minutes to go then until all the action kicks off here for the sprint race. Let's hand it downstairs as well to TNT Sports and join Susie Perry as we get ready for the start.
Even though they're starting with a medium front, though, they're still going to have to be careful in the first couple of laps in the left turn. So turn 2, turn 5, watch out for people trying to make a difference and maybe making mistakes.
Okay, thank you very much. The scene is set here then for this Saturday sprint in Catalunya. What a front row. Raul Fernandez, Pecco Bagnaia and Aleix Espargaro. Can he make this fairy tale real? Here's your commentary team, Neil and Gavin.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is ready, we are ready. What are we going to see here in MotoGP's Catalan Grand Prix? Medium front, soft rear for the front row. Here it comes then. Is history going to repeat itself for Aleix Espargaro? Time to find out for the Catalan Grand Prix. It's time to begin then here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. Who is going to come out on top in the Tissot sprint? The action is about to commence. 12 laps ahead of us. And here's your starting grid. Aleix Espargaro is on pole position. Pecco Bagnaia and Raul Fernandez round out the front row. Row 2, Binder, Acosta and Di Antonio. Martin, Rins, Miller. Row 3, Morbidelli, Bastianini, Vinales. Row 4. Row 5 sees Alex Marquez and Marc Marquez 14th on the grid. Oliveira alongside. Then it's Bezzecchi, Quartararo and Zarco. Augusto Fernandez, Takiki Nakagami, Juan Mir, Luca Marini and Stefan Bradl right at the back of the field. That's how it all lines up. Tension rising here in Catalunya. Every one of these riders knows the risk and knows exactly what they've got to look forward to as well. The chance of victory at what is considered the home circuit of MotoGP. Dorna, of course, based in Barcelona. This very much is their backyard. And Bagnaia, a chance to right what was wronged last year. In the Grand Prix, of course, he crashed out on the opening lap of the race and he had to go to hospital. The front leg was run over. So hopefully everything's going to be okay. Let us know if A, the green screen's okay, B, the microphone's okay, C, the track noise is okay. Let us know in the YouTube chat below as well. Well done for everybody for finding us now on the second channel for this weekend's race. Back live on the main channel next week. And if you're watching us on JB Motorsports when everything's uploaded, hello. Ralph Fernandez, third on the grid since SHT. He is indeed. An astounding performance from the Trackhouse team. Really did completely blew everybody away and takes pole position for the Hearts, of course. He's third on the grid. He'll have the inside row, though, down towards turn number 1. Let's see. Let's see what he gets up to. Into turn 10 then, sweeping it in. It's Alicia Spargo who's got pole position, who we need to worry about as well. Announced his retirement from MotoGP, and then goes and sticks the thing on pole position. The weekend, yeah, SHG's just pointing that out, yeah. Same thing, same mind up there as they come into it. Into the last corner. New Holland is the final corner name here. As we get ready to light it up once more then. Here we go then, the Catalan Grand Prix. It's the Tissot Sprint, the RACC, the Racing Automobile Catalunya as well. Watching on at the sides, holding the red flag. Everyone starts to stand up, the drone goes up, the anticipations rise. There's a red flag in Formula 2 now as well, actually, I've just been told. It always happens when I'm not in the commentary box. How exciting. Might mean we might get this race in and I get to go back and commentate on that one. Eyes to the lights then here for MotoGP. It's the Tissot Sprint. Lights on, revs rise. And drop the throttle, we're underway in Catalonia. Great start from Bagnaia, great start from Malaysia Spargo as they hurtle down towards turn number 1. It's the longest run on the calendar, 871 metres into the first braking zone. Pedro Acosta's locking up for second position as well. Brad Binder's going up there. Ralph Fernandez battling with Malaysia Spargo. It's Pecco Bagnaia leading the way. They've all managed to get through the first turn safely as they rise up through turn 3 towards Repsol at 4. Few of them jumping around in the middle of the pack as well, but they're all okay as they hurtle now back in track towards turn 5, and it is Pedro Acosta. Go on, my son. He's trying to get through the inside line, trying to get ahead. There's a few fallers in the middle of the pack. Can't see what's happening there. Off the angle, someone's run wide. It looked like one of the Grassinis at the moment. It's Alex Marquez. Alex Marquez ran wide. He hasn't got off the track. He's still continuing, just got sat up at the top of the hill. So, down into turn 7 and 8. Digi's up into 13th position. Quadraro's down into 14th as well. Bagnaia leads. Acosta second. Ralph Fernandez. Brad Binder. There's Marshall going out somewhere on the circuit, but Alex Marquez has dropped down to 23rd. Marc Marquez started 14th. He's already up into 8th place. Brilliant start from the Spanish rider on his home circuit. Bagnaia, big switch coming into turn 10. Just gets the front down as well. Acosta right behind him. No sign of the yellows or the red flags as well, so it's all good so far as they continue to rise up through turn 12 and 13. Morbidelli passing Zarco Mia, and Augusto Fernandez having a few changes of positions as well as they come through into the last corner. And now watch Pedro Acosta on the gas bike. It's the KTM factory. He should have a better launch out of the last corner. Punches it hard, and he's got in a turn behind Bagnaia as we complete lap 1. Down towards the braking zone then. And look, they all just part the ways, and even Ralph Fernandez getting involved there. On the inside, Pedro Acosta takes the lead. Pedro Acosta leads in MotoGP for the first time in his very young career. Only in round 6 of the season, he's already up there as well. Passed up 4th place from the start. Marquez and Oliveira got up 6 places. Digi lost 7. Morbidelli lost 5 as they continue to rise up the hill into the braking zone now. Turn 4 at Repsol. Inside line getting a little bit heighter as well as they continue to push through. Acosta leading the race. Bagnaia second. Top 4 beginning to break away. 3 tenths between Binder. Bagnaia downhill into turn 5 at the left-hand side gets ahead. Acosta down into second position, but they're still fighting together, holding together as they can really come up the inside line. Through turn 7 and 8, up towards Kamsa at turn 9. Going to be holding it together if they're not too careful. They're still rounding the engines. Mark is on an absolute mission here to hold it back through. And Acosta's having the attack too. Acosta's having the charge down towards the braking zone at turn 10. Pulls to the inside line. Trail breaks it in. Ralph Fernandez trying to come around the outside as well. He tries to draw level. Tries to get the cut back. Hasn't worked out. Bastianini and Marc Marquez battling further behind too. As look further back, Marco Bezzecchi and Johan Zarco having a little bit of a manoeuvre together as well. So it is going to be like this for the entire race, it looks like. Constant toing and throwing, which is what we kind of expected, to be fair, in the Catalan Catalan race as they come down. They're the sector times and the lap times that are being updated as well for you. So they are the correct delta times you need to take an eye on as well. Let's just get that sorted because for some reason as well you've lost the other side of the track map in towards that first corner. There you go. We want all the data possible for you back at home as they all again slipping and sliding, making sure everything's going to be okay. And Pedro Acosta takes the lead of the race again. He slips through on the inside line down at turn 1 and 2. Ralph Fernandez has taken second position. Trackhouse Racing, a NASCAR race team, joined on the other, coming in a Aprilia entry and is now absolutely flying in the series. They know how it's supposed to be done. Bagnaia down into around about third position then, and now Trackhouse are going to lead! Oh! Ralph Fernandez barges Pedro Acosta out the way, and into the lead of the race goes Ralph Fernandez! Wow! That was a doorstop manoeuvre at turn 5. It's Seat, it's a downhill lunge, and into the lead of the race. Into the lead goes Ralph Fernandez. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Now we've got Marc Marquez and Alicia Spargo battling hard together. Down we come then, in towards the braking zone for turn 10. Brad Binder's up into second position by some miracle. Don't know how he's managed to do that. And they're still going to come through a bit closer, a bit harder as well. Ralph Fernandez and Trackhouse lead their first Grand Prix. It's a sprint race, but who really cares? It still counts as a victory if you can do it. Brad Binder's going to try and get up there as well. Martin's in 5th position as well, so he's going to be holding it back as they come out of New Holland for the 4th time. Start the lap now. And look at Pietro Acosta right on the back now of Binder, slips through on the inside line, downhill braking, easily pulls off the throttle and trails it in. Acosta takes second position, goes a little bit too deep. Binder tries to get the cut back round the outside, hasn't worked out. Bagnaia's just sort of holding position. And then we've got Alicia Spargo, Jorge Martin and Marc Marquez all trailing in together for 5, 6 and 7. And I don't think Mark's going to make the move. 2, 3, 4 still battling it out together as well. That is going to be Acosta, Binder and Bagnaia. Bagnaia closing back in on that little fight, so it's not over yet. We thought it might be, but it's not. Binder looking around the outside of Acosta into turn 5. Can't make the move there. Aleix past Martin. Aleix up into 5th position. Martin down the order into about 6th position. So yeah, I don't know why there's a red flag in Formula 2, by the way. All I get told is that the red flags come out. So I leave the commentary box, it's red flag city. But it's fine in the Moto GP at the moment as they come in. Down the braking zone, then into the track. Turn 10, lights on the brakes, switch it in as well. And Ralph Fernandez is pulling out a gap. Ralph Fernandez is 8/10 faster than Pietro Acosta at the moment. Oh, take a breath as well. Oh, and there goes the live timing. During a race. Yeah, well done. Oh, it's back with us. Fantastic, fantastic. I was worried there for a split second that it wouldn't come back to us. We keep having that when the timing screen fades and comes back. So all I've got now is that Bagnaia has been given a track limits warning, I've just been told. So Pecco Bagnaia has been given a track limits warning. Yeah, F2 is under red flag then, Palmer. I don't know if you know why. If you could tell us why it's under red flag, I'd love to know, because I've left that commentary box come to this commentary box as well. All 763 watching this one concurrently as well. Welcome. Ralph Fernandez got the fast lap of the race as well, actually, on a 1:30 point something. I can't read that small of a writing on my timing screen as they come into it. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. There's the confirmation for Bagnaia's track limits warning as Acosta keeps second position from Binder. Into turn 7 and 8. Holding that inside line just perfectly. Not too much to make a problem, just enough to make it right. Miller having a shock up. Miller is down the order, isn't he? He's in P11. So yeah, Jack Miller having an absolutely horrendous run at the moment. Someone's down! Someone's crashed out! And there it is! There it is, right at the bottom! Who's crashed out of the race? It's Ralph Fernandez! The race leader has crashed out on the sprint race! Davide Brivio doesn't know what to say. Ralph Fernandez punches the air and then hits his head into the gravel trap. The front dipped away from him as well. I heard it go down. Oh, Ralph Fernandez! The front buckled away from him under braking. There was absolutely nothing he could do. And now we got Acosta and Binder side by side down towards turn number 1. Acosta's pushing him towards the pit wall. Binder's going to take the lead of the race. This is crucial. Binder on the factory KTM, remember? But again, Acosta is on the factory bike, but he's part of the customer team, the Gas team. But it's the same bike. Morbidelli has been given a long lap penalty for irresponsible riding. Wow, is this sprint race really heating up? So, Marc Marquez is up into 6th position. Yellow flag in sectors 3 and 4 as well, due to that crash just behind. Insanity with 7 laps to go. We are halfway in the sprint race here. Yellow flag has been retrieved. We go back to racing ways. Absolute precision by everybody in this one right now. Binder leads. He's our 4th leader of this sprint race. Pedro Acosta in 2nd. Pecco Bagnaia taking 3rd position at the moment as well. Let's just see if he can try and get a podium, but he's right there on the leaders as well. He does not want to give up anything as they come out of Campsat. I've got my timings back. Morbidelli was irresponsible riding. This is where the breaking point was into turn 10. Don't forget, Acosta crashed in the French Grand Prix, and he crashed in the French Grand Prix in 2023 when he was in Moto 2, came back the following race and won. Is he going to do the same thing here and win the Tissot sprint? Alex Marquez has multiple Tissot sprint victories, but no Grand Prix victories. It has sparked a debate in MotoGP about what contests as a victory, and Bagnaia has passed him. Bagnaia has passed Pedro Acosta. They've swapped positions on the circuit as well. So now Acosta's going to try and drag race that Ducati down towards turn 1. Here comes Aleix Espargaro and the other two as well, Martin and Marquez. Marquez on the inside line gets ahead of Martin for 5th position as well. So Martin is having the real shocker here. Can't find a way through that he wants to, but this is powerful racing as the lead changes again. At the front, Binder's got 6 seconds advantage, but Acosta and Bagnaia are battling so hard. Here comes Aleix Espargaro. Binder just casually up in front as well. No care in the world. Acosta, Bagnaia still hammering each other out as they come down. Bagnaia knows what this could mean as well if he lets Acosta through. Acosta's looking on the inside line, turn 5. Binder's crashed! Binder's crashed! Down at turn 5! Down goes Binder! Oh, that's 2 leaders have crashed out for the lead of this race. Unbelievable. The bike barrel rolling in turn 5. The front's going to dip away from him under braking. Watch, bang, straight on the apex. We've seen that 4 times so far this weekend. The most notable was Quadraro. Binder, though, that's his 3rd crash of the weekend. He crashed twice in turn 2 in practice yesterday, and now he's crashed again in the sprint race. Bagnaia becomes the 5th leader in just 7 laps in this sprint race. Acosta's going to be trying to challenge him in as well, but the rate this is going, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Stefan Bradl has a shot at winning this race, and he's down in 21st position. So, only 2 official retirements in this race, 21 left in it. Alex Marquez has made his way back up to 18th after going wide at the opening lap. But this is just insanity. Absolute insanity. 5 laps to go then as they come across the line, and now Pedro Acosta's under attack from Aleix Espargaro, because now Espargaro's in 3rd position and he won 2nd position at the inside of the braking zone at turn 1. Aleix takes 2nd place back. Martin is now closing out, and that's another one. That's Bastianini. Further back, did he make the corner? Yeah, he was trail braking into turn 1 as well. The rear was stepping out on him. I'm surprised he got that one round. But now look at Acosta, back on the inside of Aleix Espargaro as well, not giving it any thought or any change around. He knows exactly where he wants to put that back, and he nearly loses it. Aleix is having to really bubble around on the back of that bike. Acosta nipped him, and that's now allowed Marquez to close up as well. Marquez is in charge. He's trying to go around the outside down at turn 5. Cuts back on the inside. Can't get through. Some really dramatic stuff already as Mark comes into turn 7 and 8 then. The 2 chicanes, a left and a right before Camso, another fast right-hander as well up the hill. But now, Bagnaia having a lead of half a second, that's dangerous because he can just go out in front. But we've seen 2 leaders crash out, and Bagnaia does have a habit of crashing out in the sprint races as well. He's crashed out the last 2, the Spanish Grand Prix as well and the French Grand Prix sprint race. He has gone down. Acosta taking an unusually defensive line coming into turn 10. He's defending for Marc Marquez. These 2 have come to blows already this season as well. Remember Kota? They know each other's battling very, very well. Martin's not holding back either, so we've got a top 5. Who says MotoGP's dead, by the way? Ducati, Aprilia, KTM, Ducati 23 bike, Ducati 24 bike, yellow flag sector 4, someone else has crashed out of the race. Who is it now then? Can't see anyone dropping down on the timing. Ah, it just flashed up and I wasn't looking. Is it Zarco? Could be Zarco. It is Johan Zarco. And the timings have blown again. Great. Yep, there's Zarco down. Timings blow for the second time in 8 laps. This is how Zarco went. Oh! Zarco went down. He got his leg loose and he got taken out by Alex Marquez at turn 12. That's not Alex's fault. Alex had nowhere to go. Timings are back. Fantastic. That's not Alex's fault. Nothing he could have done there at all. That was Zarco making the mistake, and Alex had nowhere to go. Just sort of came up on the inside line, just touched the leg that was uneven of balance, and just went down on the deck. Nothing he could do about that whatsoever. Yellow flag out again in sector 4. Here's the race start we're looking at again. What are we looking at here? Brad Binder and Ralph Fernandez at the first corner. No, we're looking at Marc Marquez losing part of his winglet to the back of Brad Binder. So one of the aero intakes on Marc Marquez on the left-hand side of the bike has come off at the start of the race, and yet he's still in 4th place attacking Pedro Acosta. Now, isn't that just brilliant from Marc? What else can he do? As the F2 race has apparently restarted after the red flag. They're getting all the fun, aren't they, in the junior formula this weekend? The 2 Spanish riders are 3rd and 4th right now. They've restarted with 4 laps to go in the Formula 2 race. That's entertaining. 3 laps to go here. Who finishes first? Formula 2 or MotoGP sprint race? Everyone just trailing in as well. The underdog story just didn't complete at the end as well. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but there's so many of you in the chat, I can't keep up with it. Look at Bagnaia leading the way as well. Now 7/10 of a second. Alesia's put a 6/10 advantage. So it looks like Bagnaia is going to try and break the sprint curse, it seems. The curse is the crashing in the sprint, winning the Grand Prix. It looks like he's going to do the complete opposite and win the sprint. And, well, he's going to crash in the Grand Prix tomorrow. Someone else is down. Is that Oliveira? Oliveira might have crashed out of the race. I'm not entirely sure. Oliveira has crashed out of the race. Both of the Trackhouse Racing Team bikes are out of the race. And is that at turn 5 at Seat? It is, yeah. Sectors 2 and 3 on the board, so it's turn 5. So the front's going to tip away. Exactly the same thing happening again. 10 and 5, very similar corners from the braking zone. Marc Marquez has been given a track limits warning now. So a little bit of a warning to the teams there. And if you get another one, you get a warning. If you do it again, you get a long lap penalty. If you do it on the last lap of the race, though, you get a time penalty converted in, and then you drop position. Just drop 1 position with a time penalty added on. 2 laps to go. And Aleix Espargaro and Bagnaia is a 6/10 of a second gap in towards that braking zone now, in towards turn number 1. Yellow still out in sectors 2 and 3. And is that Acosta dealing ahead of Marc still? Yeah. Di Gianantonio, track limits warning as well. In fact, looking at it, Bagnaia, Marc Marquez, Di Gianantonio, Nakagami as well. And I presume Alex Marquez and Mia all have track limits warning, yeah. So they've all got the track limits warning on the deck there, so they're going to have to be very careful where they go in the future. 1 mistake, as I said, and that's it, bye-bye, basically. And Bagnaia controlling this 7/10 ahead. He is not making a fool of anyone. He is keeping it as steady as he can as we take a look at Pedro Acosta's the onboard. And I tell you what, Acosta might get third here, but Marc is incredibly close coming out of Campsa. Martin has now been given a track limits warning as well in P5. So just taking care. Into the braking zone. Turn 10. Left-hander. And Acosta goes wide. Marquez senses an opportunity. Tries to come through back on the inside line. Can't do it. it was an opportunity to go through. Acosta knows he can't let the door open. He has to keep it steady. Mark is pushing him. Aleix is actually catching Bagnaia, but we're going to be on to the last lap of the race here as well, so there isn't going to be that much of a difference, unfortunately, to come through. Into the last corner as well to start the final lap, and Marc Marquez is going to do his usual dress rehearsal to see if he can get a sprint race podium as well out of it, down towards turn 1. He couldn't get ahead before the line, goes to the inside line. Marquez, is he learning from the mistakes? Side by side, Acosta's going to get the comeback if he's not careful. Marquez goes through and get down. Yeah, Marquez takes third. Acosta tried to cut back, couldn't get back up alongside quick enough, so he's regrouped himself. He's going to try and go out the outside at turn 3. That's a brave move if you fancy that one, my friend. Yeah, just holding it back now as well. And there's the timings blowing on the last lap, just to make sure that 3 times in 12 laps the timing towers have blown on us up here in the commentary box as well. Bagnaia, oh, Bagnaia's crashed! Bagnaia's crashed! He's out of the race! But that's our third leader and our third crash. Aleix Espargaro takes the lead. Aleix Espargaro takes the lead, and Pecco Bagnaia for 3 sprint races in a row crashes out, and Spain erupts to Aleix Espargaro leading the race. Unbelievable. Marquez is in second. Acosta will get a podium as well. I hope the timings come back so that we can see it. But a crash for Pecco Bagnaia for the 3rd sprint race running. You can't write this stuff. Is the pressure getting to him? For the man who announced his retirement, who said that in the last 2 years he felt like he'd achieved something in motorcycle racing. How about the cherry on the top? Aleix Espargaro wheels again the sprint race here in Catalonia. Fantastic! The old dog has certainly still got the tricks. Marc Marquez is second. Pedro Acosta finishes in 3rd. And the championship now puts Marc Marquez into 2nd place in the World Championship. Fantastic. Acosta 3rd again. Martin 4th. Bastianini picking up the points in 5th. Di Gianantonio gets up to 6th as well. Miller, Viñales, Bezzecchi, Quartararo, Morbidelli and Rins. Double points finished for Yamaha for the first time in so long. Fantastic. And the timings blew on the last lap. Well, that's pretty much Dorna, I'm afraid, at the moment, it seems. Wow, what a sprint race that was. There's Bagnaia going back into the paddock. There's a tunnel just at the exit of 5. Let's see how he did it then. So he's coming on a 4. Triple apex, as I said. Downhill braking zone into turn 5. The front's going to go away from him. I know this already. Yeah, exactly the same as what happened before. The front just dips away and poof, into the gravel. Nothing you can do. Oh, fantastic. What a sprint race. And there's the timings back on the last lap after the checkered flag. Well, at least they're right. Brilliant. Aleix Espargaro wins the Catalan sprint race and almost takes out Pedro Acosta coming across. Pedro Acosta comes to celebrate with him. Wow. Ha! It's a Spanish 1-2-3 here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia for the Catalan Grand Prix. Home soil better. Oh, fantastic racing. 11,000 viewers on the second channel for a sprint race. Fantastic. Hope you enjoyed it all watching. Aleix Espargaro certainly enjoyed it. I can't stop smiling. What a race. That was fantastic. 12 points for Aleix, 9 for Mark, 7 for Pedro Acosta. He announced his retirement. Why? Why announce his retirement? He's just come into his own. And now winning. Huh. Wow. The podium here for the sprint race in a different location than normal. Aleix announced it a bit too early. Yeah, he did. Everyone loving Marc Marquez in the chat. Oh, fantastic. Now, this is actually quite interesting because at this part it's uphill. Is there a new podium for the sprint race where we're having it, or something or other? In the fan zone. There's Martin coming into the pit lane. What a race. And tomorrow we do it for 26 laps. Oh, brilliant! And in Formula 2, if you don't want to know the result, you can turn off in 3, 2, 1. Taylor Barnard gets his first ever win in Formula 2. Fantastic! And there's the Prima garage. So Martin leads on 135 points, Marquez is on 98, Bastianini on 94, Bagnaia, Numpois still on 91. So Mark moves up to second in the championship now. Mark's a title contender, everybody. Pedro Costa reeling this one in. Literally. Oh, fantastic racing. The sprints do give a little bit of an energy to the weekend, I must admit. I think the sprints work in MotoGP. Unusually so, but they do. There's the sprint podium. Oh, it's in the fan zone, exit turn 1 and 2. That's quite nice. What a race. And here's all the fans watching on. That's a nice place to have it for the podium. I've got very dizzy now after that race. It's like all the adrenaline goes in. Fantastic action here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. The Catalan Grand Prix. Spain 1, 2, 3, 4. Not just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because Martin goes in 4th. Spain dominating MotoGP here at their home venue. Not bad at all. What a fantastic race. What are we going to get tomorrow? How much more drama do you want in MotoGP in 2023? I've already gone a bit croaky. What's up next? Next up on JB Motorsports 1, the main YouTube channel, it's going to be qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. And after that, it's the qualifying for the British Touring Car Championship. And after that, we're done for the day. What's that highlighted? I can't see in the chat. Oh, and there's replays of all the accidents that's happened. Just losing on the inside. Oh, my chat's frozen. Hang on. Catch it up. There we go. Anyone else feeling a bit like after that one? I know I am. Absolute insane race. Insane action, insane racing. Can't wait to see what happens next. Bagnaia crashing out of the race as well. Why is my green screen moving? Oh. Tell you what, trying to get onto the internet in this is getting a little bit worse. Oh, Bagnaia hitting his own helmet there as well. Knew that it was wrong. It is heartbreaking. 264 subscribers. We've gone up 100 subscribers in a day of doing the MotoGP Catalan Grand Prix. That's insane. Thank you, everyone. That means a lot. It means that we're doing something right. We're doing these, and everyone's finding still where we are to watch these races. That's important. You can also shift around now on 1 and 2 and not have a problem. So, on to the podiums we come. Pecco is definitely under pressure now that he has more competitions battling with him. Yeah, as my headset gets caught in the lead. So, are we going to hear from them, or is that rounding it out? I think that's rounding it out. I don't want to use any Dorner interviews at the moment. So, let's go through the results then from this one, if my timing screen will allow it, that is, so I can read them out. I know who goes where. Let's hear actually from Pedro Costa.
Podium in Barcelona. Pedro, that gas is a rocket down the straight, and you rode the wheels off it. Didn't look like you had much rear tyre left at the end. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, for sure, super difficult race. You know, at the end, maybe with the pattern in beginning with Pecco and Brad, we overheat a bit the tires, you know, and then was quite discussing, you know, how was the grip. But anyway, super happy to be in Podium again. Super happy to be in the Podium with these guys, and super happy with the work that is making all Matti Hoffen and all Gas team.
Congratulations.
Yeah, not happy with the grip, but it's just one of those things you have to deal with it here.
And that's his first experience of it, what it genuinely feels like when you've raced. Because what happens when you ride around on your own and you get a bit of fresh air on your tyres and you don't overstress them, you feel the grip levels go down. But when you're in a race situation, you're shocked how the tyre drops off.
Time for some Scooby snacks for Pedro Acosta later on this afternoon, as Aleix Espargaro celebrates with his son Max. Marc Marquez trying to be dragged over to do his interviews, just celebrating with the team who've just turned up at the podium. They're trying to get these done quicker, which I do appreciate, but Marc Marquez, let's hear from him, from 14th on the grid.
Yeah, Mark, they're just calling you the comeback king. That was hard from 14th, but again on the podium.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, gracias, Circuit de Catalunya. Thank you, Circuit Catalunya. I mean, I didn't expect. In Le Mans, the rhythm, the pace was there, but today the pace was not there. But looks like I broke the aerodynamic on the turn 2, and then the bike was better. No, it's a joke. But the track was very different. I mean, it was so slippery, and the pace was there. I was quite passionate on the first laps, and then in the last laps I was able to be faster. My rear tire was in a very good shape, and yeah. I don't know. I mean, of course, many riders crashed, but it was super critical, the situation out there. But yeah, congratulations that today and maybe tomorrow will be his day, because it's his last race in Circuit Catalunya.
Great job, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Mark. I mean, he didn't believe it possible, so I'll let you off with that.
I feel better. I feel like he's validated my
your predictions,
yeah. which were way off. Gav, so you GG Dillon, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
You've a decision to make. Who's going to get that second factory ride?
Oh, yeah, the riders that are doing best in the championship, yeah.
Yeah, so what's the top 3 in the championship right now?
Yeah, Jorge Martin top, Marc Marquez second, and Eya Bastianini third, ahead of Pecco Bagnaia.
Yeah.
I've had people saying they've got Bagnaia under contract. Why don't they put Martin and Marquez in factory red?
Not
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not going to happen, but the more you think about it.
Oh,
look at that. That's the wingless, just to add. Tell you what, they're a waste of time, them wings. Just get them off. Actually, it was only Velcroed on anyway, because they knew there were going to be some contact.
So, Aleix Espargaro, look at the smile on his face. He's won the sprint.
Aleix, another fairy tale day in your home circuit. Tell us all about it.
Increïble, gràcies, Circuit de Catalunya, ha sigut brutal. Has been amazing the last 2 days. Yeah, like a fairy tale. No, I have no words to describe. The race was very tough. Track was super slippery, and I lost the front a couple of times. But when I saw the lap times they were doing, I was completely sure that it was impossible to finish with that pace. And in fact, the people start to crash. I just tried to maintain the pace, tried to maintain the rear tire for the last laps. Pecco was doing great as well, but he was risking. So my goal was to push him until the last corner, and it works. I'm very happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you, gracias.
Said it all there, hasn't he? Aleix Espargaro, we said if you're in the 39s, then you are winning this race. But he said the pace was too hard to handle. Clearly, the track felt very, very different this afternoon to yesterday.
Still gets the victory. How about that? We will be back here on JB Motorsports 2 for live action of the Catalan Grand Prix. Join us tomorrow for all the action as well. Thank you very much to the 18,000 people who have joined us for the sprint. Join us again for the race tomorrow. Bye-bye.